Dave, we were stood here last week kind of hoping and praying that we'll be stood here this week after reflecting on the 3-2 victory against Bromley. Did you go away with a big smile on your face?
Yeah, it was a whole lot warmer last week than it was this week. Sunday couldn't have gone much better for us, but regardless of performance, it's about result, it's about progressing, and we've progressed to the next so this was the next stage. We have a big task in front of us, another hurdle that we need to get over, in hopefully to give us one opportunity to get over.
What's the reaction been in there in the training since that 3-2 victory? I'm guessing everyone's feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. There can't be you'd expect a significant reaction. I think what we've done really well is we tend to move on. So straight away from being back in training, we spoke so many positives, which we'll highlight in the lead to the game. And we've got to focus on maybe a few little negatives or things that we can do better, which we pointed out. We got them out the way straight away when we were back in training. We've obviously had management issues in terms of players and things from the game on Sunday, so start of the week's been probably more about recovery. Today there'll be more focus in terms of detail for the game, a little bit more tomorrow, and obviously look forward to going there and trying to win on Sunday.
I know your lads will be very switched on in terms of what it means, but do most of them, maybe the ones who haven't played in the playoff before, understand how big of the occasion is, not just for the club but for the whole town?
I think as a player you just tend to get on with things. I think things like that maybe are not appreciated, or not appreciated, but the importance of the game outweigh what other things you might be thinking, or the amount of detail that goes into potentially winning the game. We mean that things outside of the pitch on a match day really are forgotten about. But we know what's on the line in terms of lads in playoff games. For the ones who haven't been involved in it, Sunday would have been a great experience, one that you absolutely can learn from, and it's obviously a lot easier when you've been successful and when you've progressed, and hopefully that'll be the case on Sunday. And as I've said, regardless, these experiences are ones that absolutely make you better. Like I say, in victory or in defeat, hopefully we don't get to experience the defeat part of it, and we can move forward to the next stage.
We'll get on to the Stockport fans, but as a team, how do you assess going into Sunday? We obviously they haven't beaten us this season, but when you look on the flip side, we hadn't beaten Bromley, so it's just a playoff game. It can work either way, but a strong team strong end of the season. And how would you assess them going into this weekend?
They're a good side. They're a side that were heavily invested in the start of the season, have changed in terms of management, which some people agree with, some people wouldn't, but they've ultimately got to a stage where, as we are, they're 2 victories away from getting out of the league, and that's something that they aspired to at the start of the season. In terms of us, obviously we take confidence from the games we've had against them, not because of results, but because that we've been more than a match. So the game is a toss of a coin game. As I said, it meant similar. I take nothing from the fact that the games, I suppose, previously that we beat them and we drew against them when we beat them at home, although we started the game really well. Sendings off had an influence in that game, but certainly the game away from home, like I say, on a we take the lead, and probably should have gone the second goal in front. Unfortunately, we were pegged back, but it was a close game. I'm sure Sunday or potentially will be similar to that. Hopefully we can control our performance and our levels and get off to the type of start we did on last Sunday. If that's the case, like I say, it makes the game a whole lot easier for you.
I know you said just there you'll be fully focused on controlling everything you can do, but we saw last week 1,700 poolies certainly had an effect. A few more Stockport fans in. Is it that cliche of almost get through that first 20 minutes and then progress from there?
You've got to get through 90 minutes, or you've got to get through 120 minutes, and football is a game of momentum, as we saw on Sunday. So you can look at it and go, we got a goal which culminated in us getting 3 goals in 8 minutes. Bromley got a goal just after half time. Things can turn quickly, so like I say, you have to stay in the moment. The game's played over, whether it be 90 minutes, 120 minutes, penalties. We've got to do whatever it takes to hopefully be successful. So it's not a case of ticking things off. We want to get through the tie, if you like, and do whatever it takes to achieve that.
How confident are you, Phil?
Yeah, listen, I've got belief in our group, and I know that regardless, we're going to go there and give our best and give everything we've got. And on our day, we're good enough to beat anyone in this division. But we also know that we go to a place that's a tough place to win against a good team. But with lots of aspirations, lots of belief, and like I say, lots of confidence.
I know you already know this, but have you been letting the players know that obviously there won't be Hartlepool fans there, but I think every man and his dog, people who don't even like football, will be watching in Hartlepool on the telly and fully supporting the team as best we can?
Yeah, listen, it's a great day for football. Not only just, like I say, our game with a playoff semi-final. Obviously, the Euro start today. The England game Sunday. So it threatens to be a really good weekend or a better weekend certainly for one set of supporters. We've got to do everything we can to make sure it's the Hartlepool supporters that remember the day for the right reasons. And we're the ones that are looking forward to, like I say, what will be a massive game for the club the following weekend. And
just finally, because the sprinklers are coming on behind us, can you give us a bit of injury team news? You mentioned about beginning of the week, lads recovering.
Yeah, not the first time in a long time, but we've got everybody sort of out training this morning. We have to see how they get on, and we should be all right. How they get on, and we'll make decisions, like I say, over the next couple of days. But everyone will be out having a look today. We'll go through our detailed stuff in terms of what we think we need to do or how things may transpire, whether we can get some joy. On a base round, we have to do something unexpected. So we had the controversy last week with Cass pulling out the day before the game. So expect the unexpected, but like I say, the next couple of days are ones that get yourself prepared for hopefully a really good match.
I just wanted to mention Ben Killen. He was there at the game at the weekend. He seems to be here as well. How's he doing? Is he with an opportunity to play?
I don't know. We'll see. Like I say, decisions around individual players we'll look at. Ben's the schedule in terms of where he's at, but certainly nothing concrete in terms of what we're doing. He started doing bits of handling, but that's as far as things are.
Dave, thanks very much.
Cheers, Alex. Thanks.